What up, Ho Biscuits? It's your girl Skitten, back at it again. First and foremost, I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys are staying safe and sanitized. Everybody knows that the internet is obsessed with cats, okay? And it's well-deserved because cats are great. Cats are fantastic. My love language is sending cat videos to my best friend from TikTok, but I have to send them from TikTok via text because she doesn't have a TikTok because she doesn't love me and doesn't want to make my life easier. I have to go through a bunch of extra steps just to send her things that are adorable. Anyway, everybody knows that the internet is obsessed with cats, and apparently the SCP universe is no different. Today we are here for SCP-4516 hyper-religious hyper-religious cats, object class Euclid, and it apparently is an extraterrestrial SCP. And see, big brain, because I knew that cats could not be of this earth. Something so I was gonna say malevolent, but cats aren't malevolent. I can't think of the word right now, but something like cats could not be of this earth. You know how dogs are too pure for this earth? Cats are too not that. You feel me? Somebody understands what I'm saying. Anywho's, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dr. Miller, and the SCP we're going to be looking at today is SCP-4516.
Okay.
Object class Euclid. Special containment procedures. All entrances to SCP-4516 have been shielded with thaumaturgic warding. Personnel are to maintain these wards indefinitely.
Indefinitely, okay.
Under no circumstances are personnel to enter SCP-4516 unless the majority of the L5 Council are in agreement. All objects and entities extracted from SCP-4516 are to be kept in containment indefinitely. Research of Class 2 anomalous objects or lower is permitted with the written permission of the Site Director. Anomalous objects above Class 2 require written permission from the Regional Director.
I'm so sorry. Did that say objects and entities? What the fuck are we okay, all right, I'm ready.
Non-sapient biological entities are to be sterilized and maintained until their death, after which the body is to be incinerated after study. Sapients are to be naturalized in terrestrial law and relocated to various anomalous enclaves should they have no criminal record, are not infected with a contagious illness, and are not connected to Sorx's nations monetarily, militarily, or religiously.
What?
Description.
Okay, I'm ready.
SCP-4516 is a series of 4 gateways to an unknown location believed to be somewhere within the Milky Way galaxy.
Oh.
These gateways are located in Iraq, SCP-4516-1, North Korea, SCP-4516-2, the Bahamas, SCP-4516-3, and the United Kingdom, SCP-4516-4.
So it's like a mass relay, basically? Like Mass Effect type shit? Okay, I'm down.
Upon entering an instance of SCP-4516, the individual will experience symptoms typical of long-distance gateway travel, including nausea, dizziness, ringing in the ears, bleeding from the gums, etc.
That's me every morning.
The exit point is always the same regardless of instance entered.
Okay.
This appears to be a large forest filled with trees of an unknown species.
Okay.
Travel through the gateway from the other side takes the individual to the original gateway from which they entered.
Well, that's good. At least it's not like dropping you off in random places, because that would be a bit unsettling, right?
Native entities are sent to a random destination unless they are in physical contact with one another.
Okay.
The exit point has been designated SCP-4516-A.
Got it.
SCP-4516-B is the interior of a Dyson sphere, indicated by the binary stars in the middle of the sky and the curved nature of the world, allowing one to view the perceived top of the sphere from the bottom. A gravitational anomaly pervades the entire structure. making objects behave as they would on Earth, negating the centrifugal forces. It is estimated that the Dyson sphere has a roughly 16 light-minute, 287,800,000 kilometer diameter.
Okay.
The atmospheric composition of SCP-4516-A is similar to Earth, albeit with slightly higher levels of neon and lower levels of argon than baseline.
Okay.
It should also be noted that SCP-4516-A is anomalously stable, showing no signs of orbital decay or seasons related to an area's distance from the Sun.
Okay.
SCP-4516-B possesses a noticeably elevated thaumaturgical inclination than Earth, making spells and naturally occurring anomalous abilities much stronger in SCP-4516-B than on baseline Earth.
Interesting.
The reverse is also true, as organisms and spells native to SCP-4516-B have less thaumaturgical prowess on Earth than they do in SCP-4516-B. SCP-4516-B possesses an extremely extensive and varied biosphere, with an estimated 1.3 times 10 to the power of 16 indigenous species, although the accuracy of this estimate is presently uncertain.
Where the fuck are the cats? I've been listening to this for 4.5 minutes now, and there ain't no Mr. Cuddles anywhere. What's going on here?
An estimated 87% of all species display some sort of thaumaturgical ability,
Okay.
ranging from teleportation to chronological displacement.
Time travel?
The remaining 13% of life forms that do not display thaumaturgical abilities are highly specialized life forms that are limited to specific environments, typically the deep ocean or highly isolated islands.
Interesting.
To date, the architects of SCP-4516-B are unknown. Numerous sapient species and a handful of deities have been discovered, although it is believed that these naturally evolved on SCP-4516-B and not the builders of the structure.
Okay.
Discovery. SCP-4516 was discovered after a group of large humanoid mammalian beings appeared spontaneously in the Bahamas on November 30th, 1945.
Oh, shit.
These entities measured 7 meters in height, with green dark skin, a single eye, and were armed with crossbows and swords.
Cyclops?
These entities were intercepted by the Global Occult Coalition and destroyed before the Foundation was aware of the incident.
Damn!
The event was classified as an anomalous incident until an identical event occurred on July 9, 1948, in North Korea. Foundation assets were alerted in time, and containment is established with a single Foundation fatality.
Oh.
Upon interrogation, SCP-4516-B was discovered, in addition to SCP-4516-1, 3, and 4, based on Foundation records of similar incidents.
Okay.
The entities, collectively classified as SCP-4516-1, were each individually interrogated and revealed to be colonists from Torak, a city-state within SCP-4516, and were attempting to escape persecution for their religious beliefs.
Pilgrims! They're pilgrims! And this is perfect because we're in November.
Contact with the entity's government was established and exploration of SCP-4516 began. The humanoids were naturalized in terrestrial law and relocated to various anomalous enclaves, including 3 Portlands. The species numbers in the 60,000s according to the 2017 census.
Oh.
Incident 4516-1. After years of negotiation with the Commonwealth of Torak, the state was overtaken by the nearby nation of Forathia due to a combination of border disputes, religious disagreements, and catalyzed by an assassination attempt on the Torakian queen's favorite concubine.
Ooh.
The nation of Forathia.
Not you trying to kill who I get it on with. You, like, what I do to you? What she do to you? You know. And y'all know the shit I'm talking about.
On the Torakian queen's favorite concubine. The nation of Forathia was much more hostile towards the Foundation than the original Torakian government.
Okay.
This is best shown through the infiltration of the Foundation by a Forathian agent whom is responsible for a containment breach on Site-16, resulting in the death of 892 Foundation personnel and 36 civilians. Following this, the Foundation was temporarily cut off from SCP-4516-1,
That's almost 1,000
isolating
people.
personnel on the interior from Earth.
Jesus.
After 3 months of no contact, the gateways were reopened. Foundation assets previously trapped within SCP-4516-1 had apparently worked with Farathian rebels and overthrown their rule, re-establishing the nation of Torak. The nation of Farathia was destroyed in the conflict. Personnel involved were given the Foundation Gold Star for valor. Exploration of SCP-4516-1 continues.
Does the Gold Star for valor come with a raise? I always wonder about that. Like, all these awards and stuff, do any of them come with a little bump in pay? You feel me? Somebody out there feels me. Anyway, continue. This sounds like a D&D campaign, let's be clear. Somebody took their D&D campaign and was like, this would make a great SCP. Also would like to note, we are 8 minutes in and there are still no cats. I've been bamboozled.
Incident 4516-2. Through exploration of SCP-4516-B, a city-state under the name of Mentarians is encountered. Measuring 18 kilometers wide, Mentarians is inhabited by a species of cat-like quadrupeds measuring 2 meters at the shoulder. This species is telekinetic and are able to use a very limited form of thaumaturgy.
That's fucking cool.
Upon contact, the inhabitants of the city-state had an abrupt socio-religious shift. Foundation personnel apparently resembled the inhabitants' version of angels, and thus believed the Foundation to be holy beings.
That's cool.
This quickly degraded, however, once the inhabitants realized that Foundation personnel have red blood, when their angels bleed purple when injured. This led to a brief civil war before a massive assault against Foundation forces.
What?
The inhabitants believing them to be demons and wishing the apocalypse upon them. 65% of personnel did not survive.
Oh no!
The remaining 35% were forced to retreat into Torak. A siege ensued, which negatively affected the relationship between the Foundation and Torak.
Why didn't y'all just go back? Why didn't y'all just get the hell out of there? What are you doing over... What?
Incident 4516-3. Torak, after 19 months of siege, is finally overrun after a tunnel constructed by the Mentarians opens up near the center of the city-state. A mass slaughter ensues, resulting in nearly 100% casualties among Foundation and Torakian forces. The gateway is sealed immediately. To date, there has been 17 incursions from the other side of SCP-4516, each of which has been successfully repelled.
Oh my god.
Incident 4516-4. After 3 years of inactivity from the exit point, a Foundation strike force was authorized to enter in order to assert the current situation in SCP-4516-B. It was quickly ascertained that the forest previously surrounding the exit point had been converted into a new nation called the Mamorthian Empire. This nation is very technologically, socially, and thaumaturgically advanced. The conflict between the Mentarians and Torakians was determined, according to historical records, to have spilled out into the surrounding area and civilizations, enveloping the entire region into a brutal series of wars and unstable alliances, along with religious, species, and ethnic purges.
God damn.
This culminated in a single war between 3 different alliances: the Gornok Union, the Sorxis, and Marinian Confederacy. The Gornok Union was a collection of highly authoritarian, theocratic states.
Religious nuts.
The Sorxis was a collection of very secular and collectivist nations, and the Marinian Confederacy was an ideologically diverse group of nations which would be too weak to otherwise defend themselves.
The underdogs.
Rapidly advancing technology and thaumaturgy, which was aided by technology and other materials left behind by Foundation personnel in the years prior, ultimately allowed a joint Gornok and Marinian force to destroy the Sorxis alliance.
Why?
This, however, has led to a military standoff between theocratic states and the increasingly libertarian Marinian states, with terrorist attacks perpetrated by Sorxis-backed groups against Marinian nations becoming increasingly common, as is immigration from these nations. This concludes today's lecture. Thank you for listening, if indeed you still are, and you are all dismissed. Goodbye.
So the cats are the bad guys. Whoever wrote this does not like cats. Clearly has a distaste for cats. Also, this whole thing was very complex, very convoluted. There's a lot of action going on, and I just want to know, like, how, like, anyway, there's a lot happening here. Simultaneously would like more information, but also less because my head is now spinning at this point. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to leave your reaction requests and recommendations down in the comments below. And other than that, peace out, Hope Biscuits. It's Skittenlit.